Hello Scorpio, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards, use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And all right, there we've got a Queen of Cups. That's a lot of water energy. Very, very deep waters. Interesting. Let's see where this goes. We're going to put that into some context. Got some more court cards here. Still got a lot more water. More court cards. Okay. Yeah, wow. All right. I think we're like, to me, this is kind of looking like we are so immersed in some of this water energy that we might be perceiving things different than they are, right? Because there's this, the Queen of Swords is over here thinking that we're looking at everything clearly, but I don't think we're seeing things really as they are, but we believe that we do. Well, let's look at the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. Actually, we're not going to look at it. We're going to select it and we're going to put it aside. We're not going to look at it. We're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is the one card that we set aside. We're going to put the frog on top to make sure we don't look at it, right? Because at the end of the reading, that card's going to tie all of this together and give us the confirmation that we need, all right? So we don't want to look at it right now. First, let's look at all this energy here, all right? Let's see what's going on here, because I feel with all this water energy, we might be feeling a certain type of way about the work that we're doing, or the maybe the lack of progress that we're making on something. Okay. I think we're looking at it. Here's the Queen of Swords. We're looking at this from down below. We're looking at this from underneath all the water energy. We're in all of this water, right? We're in all of this water here, and even over here. We're underneath all that water, and we're looking at it thinking, oh yeah, I see what's going on. This is terrible. Here's the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is it's a card with two levels, right? It's very deep water. It has its depths. It has its mysteries. It has its monsters beneath the bottom of the sea floor, all the scary things down there. It has the surface level, right? And we just kind of look, we see ourselves reflected at us, If you're looking from above, you're looking from the sky, you're looking down, you might see a reflection. Think, oh, the water looks like me. Cool, perfect. I mean, in my case, maybe not perfect, but it takes a little bit more effort to see deep under the water, right? Especially if, the sun is shining a certain way, maybe there's clouds, maybe there's a little bit of waves, in the water. It's not quite perfectly still. We see the reflection, we see ourselves, we think that's good, everything's fine. This is what we are expecting, right? We're reassured by that. But what happens if we're under the water and we're looking up at the surface? Do we see a reflection there? Do we see the sky, the sun, the clouds up there on the other side of the surface? How does that work, right? I'm no physicist. I don't really know how the light particles or, waves or whatever are working. But it seems to me like we're not really going to see a clear picture of what's up there, what's on the other side. We're not going to get a clear view of the clouds and the sun and the sky and the birds and all that stuff. Because we're down beneath, we're underneath looking up. We're going to have to see through all the muck of the water, right? The way the light's going to be kind of refracted from the water molecules and all this kind of sciencey stuff. I don't know. But we're not going to see an accurate picture. And I think that's kind of what's going on now. Okay? I know that was a long bunch of nonsense to say a very simple thing. We don't really know if what we're looking at is really what's over there. I think that's what's going on with whatever you're involved in, whatever this earth energy is dealing with. You have these aspirations to accomplish a lot. You're trying to do stuff. I don't know if this is work related, if it's in your personal life, if it's at home, if it's in a business you're building, if it's in some volunteer work, some artistic work, if whatever it might be, whatever your working is, right? It could be a magic working, a religious working, it could be a ceremony, it could be a spiritual practice, it could be something to do with your pets or your plants or your people, right? Whatever your working is right now. I feel like we're looking at it like there's no progress, there's no success, nothing is really happening. But I feel like that's not true. I feel like that's our perception. I feel that because we're down here beneath the water, I mean, this is your general energy, this card. And this perception is beneath all of these water cards. So I feel like we're trying to look up and see what's really going on up here, trying to see what this progress is that we're making or not making, and we can't see it. We're not getting an accurate view of it. I think you're making more progress than you give yourself credit for. I think that we're involved in judging ourselves. We're judging our progress, and by proxy, we're judging ourselves. I think we need to stop. I think we need to stop what we're doing right now. Because I think we keep looking at this like a failure, like there's no progress, we're not doing it, we're not making it, we're not succeeding. We need to stop with that kind of negative thinking, right? We see it right here with the Three of Swords saying stop. We don't need that negative thinking. We don't need to be judging ourselves in this way. Now, it's one thing to get an accurate assessment of your progress and to realize that some things need to be adjusted, that we might need to make a couple of changes here and there. That's one thing. But I feel like this Queen of Swords is literally judging your progress and not really in a position to do so. I don't think you can see, you're so immersed in it right now. We're immersed in that water, that emotion, right? That kind of valuing, judging, giving things a worth, because this is the Queen of Swords. It's water of air. So this card's representing the need to get out of this water energy, get out of our emotions, get out of this kind of judging thing that we're in, and really get a accurate view of things. Because I think what you'll see, and I know this is a little bit kind of odd and out of place, but if you can get above this water and look down through it, you might see this Princess of Discs down here. Underneath everything, we have tremendous abundance and success. This is a greater accomplishment already than you realize. Fortune is already at your door, but we keep looking out the window for our package, and we're looking around, we don't see the package. Well, maybe it's just kind of over by the door, by the screen or whatever, and we can't see it. Just because we don't see something doesn't mean it's not there. And if we are now basing our entire day and our mood on the fact that we didn't get our Amazon package yet, we're going to ruin our day based on some false perception, some false information, a false belief or understanding that we have about the world. And that's exactly what we have with the water energy. Belief and understanding and the judgment and the mood and going forward based on this feeling of being a failure, it ruins our day. 5 of Cups in the future. We don't want that. And I think it's just because you don't see how much progress you're actually making already. Let's go to the recent past. We have this Prince of Swords. This is air on air, double air, right? A double air energy in the recent past. Could be a person. This could be the almost the faith. This could have been us yesterday or last week, last year, putting all of our hope and faith and trust in this project, this work, this working. We've almost we almost abandoned the water energy altogether and just said, I'm giving everything to this working. I'm just going to completely, basically abandon myself that this is going to work. Right? This is double air energy. There's no room for water or fire or earth. It's just belief. It's just trust. It's faith. Right? Nothing wrong with faith. We all need faith. I think in this situation, we relied only on this. And it put us in this position that now we feel like we didn't accomplish what we were going to accomplish. And now this water kind of boomeranged back at us because we just, maybe we're let down. Maybe we weren't, maybe we thought that if we had this kind of faith, right, this belief, if we put everything we had into this working, this project, this job, this employment application, this whatever it is, that it would somehow work, right? I'm going to try not to have any feelings about it. I'm just going to trust that everything's going to work out as it should. I know it's going to be okay. It's going to succeed. I'm going to accomplish this. And then the first perception we had is that we've been betrayed, right? So now we're like a stone. We just sank to the bottom of this water energy. And it's like a boomerang. It's like it kind of backflashed or backsplashed or whatever on us. We thought that we weren't going to have any kind of emotional connection. I'm going to just be whatever happens, happens. It's almost like we're kind of pretending we don't care. Because it's be like, well, if it works, it works. I'm just going to put everything into it and hope for the best. And then the smallest little thing that doesn't go absolutely perfectly, and we're freaking out, and we're so emotional. It's kind of, you see this kind of motif in movies and TV shows and cartoons and stuff. I think it's common for the human experience, And it might be a little bit exaggerated in film and TV, but it's a natural thing. You say, oh, I don't care about that. Whatever the universe wants to do is fine by me. One little thing is out of place, and we freak out. And I kind of think that's what's going on now, because we see that maybe one thing is not exactly where it should be. We can't see the Amazon package outside the door, and no plug to Amazon or whatever. They're not a sponsor. They could be if they wanted to. Bezos, if you're watching, how you doing? We don't get the package, we freak out. Yeah, all day we said, I don't care if it comes or not. If it does, I'm going to trust in the universe. I'm going to trust in the delivery driver. Everything's going to be. Everything's going to be fine. It's going to come on time. Maybe we need it for work. It's a very, very crucial thing, but I'm trying not to care, right? I'm just putting all my faith in it that it's going to work out. But then we look out the window, we don't see the package, and we freak it because we need it. It's, the boss was waiting for it, or I'm going to be in trouble. I don't finish this thing. It's like me when I'm waiting for the new camera, when I have a camera that burns out, and I'm thinking, it'll come today. I'm not worried about it. And I look out the window, and it's not here. How am I going to film? How am I going to film the readings? And then I freak out. I storm off. It ruins the entire day. I'm in all this water energy. And it's just because I didn't see, because it was down here. It's kind of just too close to the bottom, too close to the door. I didn't see it was sitting out there literally all day. It was out there in the heat, But I freaked out for nothing the whole day. Anyway, so that's a lot to say, just to point out that I think what you're looking for is right here. I think it's right there with you. I think you've reached the pot of gold, right? But it's under the bush. You followed the rainbow. You're here. Oh no, it's not here. Well, before you storm off, freaking out, and look around. It's there. And so whatever you're working on, whatever your working is, we have to try to contain ourselves. We have to get out from some of this water energy. I think it's too much. I think that we're underneath it all, and we're trying to look up, and we don't see an accurate picture of what's going on. We don't want to ruin the day. We don't want to now feel like we have to somehow repair the situation. Well, there's nothing to repair. There's nothing wrong right now. Right? What you need is right there with you. We're reaching this pot of gold. Right? So let's stop what we're doing. Let's not go 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is now it's like we're paddling around in this water, and we're stirring everything up. It's making a lot of mess, a lot of noise, but it's for nothing. We've got to look around, because this is going to be here. Now, maybe this whole situation isn't quite here yet, right? Maybe you're saying, well, Paul, I looked around. I don't see the package. Well, it's coming, right? And let's be aware of it when it arrives, rather than looking around and thinking, it's not here, something's wrong, I have failed, my working is not paying off, it's not doing what it was intended to do, I have failed, blah, 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 blah. Let's not do that, because what you're seeking is arriving. It could already be there at your door. Okay? Now, this other energy basically is saying the same things. Here's the Queen of Swords underneath the Knight of Cups. Right? This is us kind of down here. We're looking up. We're seeing the delivery driver leaving, but they didn't leave us our package. And, I think in this day and age, we can all relate to that, right? Where we're expecting something, and it doesn't arrive when it was supposed to. And then we freak out because, we needed it today. Maybe tomorrow's the weekend. I know it's not going to come till Monday now. If it's not here today, what am I going to do? So we don't see. We're in this. We are water and air trying to understand the fire through that water energy. So when we're underneath the surface and we look up, we can't really see the sun. We can't see the fire up there. We can't see spirit, so to speak, because we're buried. We're underneath all of this water energy. Yeah. So what the Queen of Swords is kind of always talking about is trying to get a different perspective. And now maybe this is to consult a friend or family member or someone a little bit more level-headed than you right now at this moment to say, hey, can you go look? Can you tell me what you see? And maybe this person can come into the situation and say, oh yeah, I see the Princess of Discs down here. Or maybe this is you trying to rise above this situation and see things for what they are. Maybe this is you. Let's just calm ourselves down. Let's not get overly emotional. Let's go look around. Let's see if what I need actually is here. Yeah. Either way, either method, whatever it is, whatever it takes, you know. But this is a lot of water energy. And of course, we've got this Knight of Cups here. It could be some Cancer energy in your life. It could be a water sign person, perhaps. But I really think that this is like when this is the feeling, right? This is the feeling we get when we're waiting for something. Let's say we're waiting for that package. Again, yeah, I'm back on the delivery metaphor. We're waiting for our package. We see the delivery driver driving around the neighborhood, and then we see him kind of going off away from our house, out of town or something. We say, hey, she didn't stop at my house. But look at the horse. The horse is looking back at you saying, hey, don't worry, we didn't forget about you. Just because we don't understand the route or the timing or the scheduling doesn't mean that we don't freak out yet. Okay? Because sometimes they go and they do other stuff first, and then they circle back around and they hit your house on their way over to the other side of town or something like that. It's just a metaphor. So this card even is in the position of timing. It's in the environment. It's how we expect the environment to cater to us, right? Things should be where I want them, where I need them, when I want them, when I need them. The rest of the world doesn't have to adhere to our schedule, to our timetables, you know. So I think this card is really a reminder of that, hey, you know, we do have to have a little bit of this faith and trust. Not so much that we start freaking out as soon as we see the delivery driver, you know, driving away from our house instead of toward us. The universe isn't going to adhere to our timing. Now, in all of this, we're trying to avoid the Three of Swords. We're trying to avoid this, the heartbreak. Sorry for the camera. We're trying to avoid this heartbreak, this sorrow, this pain, this loss, this devastation, that what we need or what we've been working on or what we've been putting our efforts into has failed. This is absolute devastation. This is now we're thinking of God, thinking of the future, thinking of everything that is kind of cascading down now. But it's all based on this false perception, right? The thing that starts this whole waterfall of emotion doesn't need to, it's not there, right? Or, well, maybe it is there. So we don't want this. We want to give it time. We want to really look. We want to get this higher vantage point. We want to take a better look at things before we really begin the waterfall of devastation. So we have to understand what's going on emotionally. Now the last card here is the Eight of Wands here. This is kind of that rainbow. You know, we've been following the rainbow, and it seems as if this is kind of the good news at the end. You know, this is really this is you going outside into the sunshine. You see the rainbow in the distance that you followed to get here. Oh, here's the pot of gold. You know, this is going outside and finding your package and realizing the joy, realizing that the good news, that the message was delivered, the package was delivered, the progress has been made. It wasn't a failure after all, right? So this is really a kind of a new joy that kind of awakens within you. And this is a big contrast from all of the other kind of water, air, and earth kind of dark energies that we see. This is real joy. This is really like, this is being able to see all of the different pieces of this. It's like at the end, and you not only do you see the package, but you kind of see, you're able to reflect back on how you were feeling and what you were doing, and kind of the thoughts or the faith maybe that started all of this, and how we've been kind of underneath it all, and we haven't been seeing things right. We're seeing now the light that is the light that gets refracted when you're underwater, right? So you're underwater, you're looking at trying to look at the light, look at the sun. Don't look at the sun. But the way the sunshine goes through the water, it's refracted. I think that's the word, refraction, in every direction. It's the prism kind of effect a little bit, I guess. But once we get out of this water, then we can see the source of this. We can see that there is one light source, that has gone in all of these different directions, and we've been all over the place. We've gone through so many emotions, so many thoughts, so many, just all of these cards, really. We've gone through all of these cards. And then at the end, it's just like, oh, wow, that was a wild ride, but I'm right back where I started, and my pot of gold is right here. So it's kind of like at the end, it's just like, silly me. To me, it feels like one of those old black and white TV shows, like a Dennis the Menace or something. They go on this wild adventure trying to solve some problem, but at the end of the night, he just goes up to his room or whatever, and what he was looking for was right here under my bed the whole time. But he just had this wild adventure trying to figure it out. I hope you're understanding the vibe that I'm trying to offer here. But I think we're going to do an extended... Oh, wait a minute. Mystery card. Maybe this is the package we've been waiting for. I wonder what this could be. I almost forgot about the mystery card. This is... that wasn't intentional either. I literally forgot that we hadn't done it yet. So this is kind of like that whole journey. We just did all of this stuff, but oh, hey, the package we're looking for, the pot of gold we're looking for is right here, right? How much do you want to bet this is going to be a pot of gold? Let's see. It's the 10 of Pentacles. That's the pot of gold. This is the picture of your best life. This is the result of you getting the package, of your working, succeeding. Now it's the picture of your best life. Like this is what we've been waiting for. This is all of this abundance now manifested in your own particular way, right? Through the prism of your own spirit, soul, and personality. Your life force manifests in this unique way. Everybody has a different 10 of Pentacles. There's some overlap, But the things that you want, the things that go into creating your best life, if I were to ask you to draw a picture of your best life, what would it look like? Everyone would have a different picture. I wish there was a way to share images and stuff like that, on the channel or something. I'm sure there is. I know that makes me sound really old. But anyway, it would be fun to see everybody's like drawings, of what their best life would be. But this is that pot of gold. This is what's waiting at the end of the rainbow. And it's funny because it was there the whole time. And we were in all these other cards looking for it. It was right over here. The frog was sitting on it. So if you're waiting for something, go check by the frog. Right? That's all I have to say. We're going to do an extended. Stick around. Click up here. Watch your other placements, cross-watch if you want to. The more of these videos you watch and interact with, engage with, the more the algorithm kind of knows that it should show this video to other people too. So I appreciate all of your help, all of your interaction, all of your engagement. Leave me some comments. I do love to hear from all of you. All right. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.